Radio Berlin 88.8. Hey Music mit Jürgen Jürgens.
You've been looking for Frida, or no, for Gerda, or whatever. You've been looking for a few girls you met in 1989 here in Berlin, I've heard. And
yes.
Our radio station tried to find them. We said it on the radio, but nobody answered. Do you have any new information about this?
I found both of them. I found there was 3 girls. I found 2 of them. They speak only German, and I've called them both. But I've not only gotten voicemail. There were 2 East German girls that I met in East Berlin in March of 1987, where I said, wow, this is unbelievable that you can't get out. I said, let's take a picture together. And I took a picture together with them, and I said, come back here tomorrow at 12:30. I'll bring you a copy of the West Berlin newspaper with your picture in it. And I told the photographer, I will not release these pictures unless they are in West Berlin. And he said, okay. And it was. And I went, wow. I woke up in the morning and bam, came to check my chart, bam, boom, there they were. And gave him the picture, said, hey, little piece of freedom. So 25 years later, I'm doing a documentary on the fall of the wall, and equally gives me a chance to continually tell everyone I had nothing to do with the wall coming down, which was such a terrible joke, that I was honored. And what the people don't really understand is the severity of what went on behind the Berlin Wall. And I knew of that severity, but was now really educated. And I am like the A+ guy to ask what went on, because we have just come through the National Geographic documentary, and it'll be on in August. And I can tell you a little bit about really what happened. So that's one of the reasons I'm here. The other reason I'm here is for happiness, and to say, let's move forward. And let's go back to the 80s and 90s, which was a great era of music. I was on television in Oslo, Norway, in a show that was so crazy for me, chanting Hoff, 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 and they were singing Looking for Freedom in Norway. They were singing Looking for Freedom in Norway. And like it was a regular song. And I told the DJs later on, well, when did you get the, oh, we play that song all the time. I said, you're kidding me. It took 24 years to get here. And I did Limbo Dance, probably one of the stupidest songs I've ever recorded. But people love Boney M, they love Limbo, they love Jamaican music, and people in Norway were dancing to it. So by the end of the evening, I bought into the show and said, let's take it around the world. So I said, I know a few people, so I called Rick Astley and Samantha Fox and 2 Unlimited and 24/7 and Snap and a few other acts, and we said, let's take it around the world.
I have to come back once to this sentence. Why everybody is telling that you have said that by singing the wall came down. Could you imagine who did this?
It's probably the Build. You know, the Build probably said it. I mean, and then it was on the National Enquirer in America ran it, and then the BBC ran it. And I just looked at these people going, you know, I'd been behind the wall. I'd seen the severity, the sadness, the tragedy, the death. And for the media to make a mockery of it was unacceptable to me, and still unacceptable to me. And I have no recourse other than, well, they did it for ratings. Because let's do something bad about David Hasselhoff, because it's much better ratings to say David Hasselhoff said something stupid than it is to say David Hasselhoff is doing something great. I came back here to save the wall on my own money, and I did. And the wall at the East Side Gallery is still up. And I came back to do a documentary, the first documentary on the wall. And I'm coming back to do another film documentary on what looking for freedom meant to the East Germans. And it didn't mean anything about bringing down the wall. It was just a hymn. It was a song that they could sing like Amazing Grace because it had the word freedom in it. You know, little kids could walk around going, you know, they wanted freedom. And my song was about, I've been looking for freedom, you know? So one man told me last night he drove a truck, a bus. He was 10 years old. His father, you probably heard the story, put metal around the tires, put metal in front of the truck, put metal in like a snow plow, blacked out the windows, and they went to 3 border stops, and they flashed the lights like they were going to come through a truck, and they gunned it, which means they went really fast, and they went through. And the man said that his father said these 3 words when they stopped. Are we in freedom? Are we in freedom? And that's the most significant thing I remember of the entire week. The man said, are we in freedom? And that is an incredible statement. And the people over here have no idea what it means, or the world, or America, because it's never been taken away. Well, once it's taken away, they'll know. And hopefully it's never taken away again. And that's why the wall must stay up.
When someone is asking me who's the most professional entertainer in the world, I would say Hasselhoff. Because you do everything with so much fun and respect for it, even when it's just trash in a way. Everybody was joking, Hasselhoff is coming to the Promi Big Brother, but after all, you and Pamela, you've been both well respected, lovable, with no star appeal. On the contrary to the so-called promis in the Big Brother house. That was a statement I have to make before, because I wanted to have the impressions you had when you have been there.
Well, I was I had no idea that Pamela was coming. And I was very proud that she was coming because she's a good friend. We're good people. We respect where we come from. She came from a very tough childhood where she's happy to be where she's at. I came from a very good childhood. I'm still very happy to be where I'm at. And I said, I can relate to anyone on any level. And because I'm not a star, I'm David Hasselhoff, and I've been through ridicule from press. Sometimes it was legitimate, sometimes it wasn't. I've been through a lot, but nothing bad. I've never killed anybody. I've never broken really any laws. I was just guilty of being a person. And Pamela's the same way, you know? And when I was on that show, I was, bring it on. You know, you want to talk? Let me tell you the truth. It gives me the opportunity to tell the truth. I have a talk show now in Sweden where I'm the host. And I tell the people, when you come on, you tell me whatever you want to tell me. You promote whatever you want to promote, and if I go anywhere you don't want me to go, just stop me, and I will cut that out. Because I respect where you're coming from, because now I'm the host. This is called Hasselhoff's show, you know? And it's the highest rated show in Sweden. And the work that we do is very difficult, and the work that we do is incredibly competitive and incredibly hard to get there. So we're there. And if we're there, we want to stay there. And so I want to make it apparent that if you're going to get into show business, you better quickly realize that it's the worst business you can possibly be in, and how well you deal with rejection. However, if you do make it, it's the greatest possible thing in the world.
Knight Rider. Ein Auto, ein Computer, ein Mann.
You're a hero of the 80s and 90s, as we know, as a Knight Rider and as Mitch in Baywatch. And now you come back to the 80s and 90s, because in the 80s you had your hits, even the big one here in Germany. And to be the host of a show that features this time, does it mean more than just a show?
You know, it's just really fun. I mean, it's really fun. I don't have to do 2.5 hours. I don't have to rely on everyone knowing my German hits. I can do 30 minutes, you know, and bring on Rick Astley. God, Rick Astley's awesome. You know, these guys are awesome. Yeah. It's an awesome show. And it's better than my show alone. Although if you come to my show alone, it's damn good. It's crazy, it's fun, but you know, you have to know my music. This way, there's something in every country, no matter what country in the world, they will know David Hasselhoff, Rick Astley, Samantha Fox, Venga Boys, 24/7, and Snap. They'll know them. They'll know, and the songs, and whoa, 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 whoa. I saw it at Ace of Base. Oh my God, I got Ace of Base for Abu Dhabi. They are just, it's just crazy. It's crazy how great the concert goes. And they paid me a lot of money. And I went and said, okay. And I went, oh my God, this is great. I said, I don't even need a hit. I'm the hit. Because I'm the TV hit, you know?
What about the musical career? You have done so many things on stage, and nobody really knows you in Germany.
Right. Next time I'm doing something ridiculous, I'll probably get booed off stage, but I'm doing a heavy metal concert with Megadeth and Iron Maiden. It's crazy, but I'll pull it off.
I had everything that money could buy, but freedom I had.
Do you have any special places in Berlin where you go to? Because there's a special relationship to the city.
You know, I used to have a lot of places with Jack, you know. He had a little place called Mushi's over here. I used to have a lot of places I'd go to. Now it's quite difficult for me to even go anywhere. I'm going to Sasha. Sasha is a friend of mine who has the East Side Gallery. I'm pretty much connected with the boys from the East Side Gallery and their clubs. So I'll go out with them now. And tonight, I'll try to find something. But I want to find the new Berlin. It's a new Berlin since I left. And I'm quite anxious to see what it's all about.